probably say right off the bat, I have this medically diagnosed phobia that Joe Biden wants to steal my work. I had another nightmare. He showed up at my door, this time with a pitchfork, asking for my liver. I tried to tell him, no pain knew, but then he just smiled at me and ripped it out. Then he ran away to laughing maniacally like he always does. He sold it on TV.
There we go, let's go. There we go.
Then, he beat me in Chinese checkers. I thought I woke up, but then I saw him menacingly clinging to my ceiling fan with his wings spread out like a spider. Not saying anything, but just smiling. I rubbed my eyes and he vanished, but I heard rustling in the kitchen. When I came, I saw him microwaving my stuffed animals. You see him on TV, it's definitely not like that. But at night, the man goes feral! He takes my home and does whatever random nonsense he wants. I don't even know where he got the key. I think that he's not much different from my best friend. Anyway, I told Joe Biden to stop microwaving my stuffed animals, but he just smiled at me and kept pressing the plus 30 seconds button on the microwave. He said this was required by the Constitution. But I think he might have been lying. As you can tell, my phobia of Joe Biden is really serious. But don't even get me started on Elmo. Have you seen the damage that little rat can do? Oh my. He set my spice garden on fire. And he wasn't even using 43% of his power. Okay, that's a flat out lie. Do I really look like I own a spice garden? I mean, the part about Elmo is kind of true, but there's just no way I own a spice garden. What is a spice garden? You ever fall asleep to YouTube? You leave autoplay on? What is that an experience? Like, you just wake up to Barney playing the trumpet. One time I woke up to a 3-hour documentary about potatoes. Like, what the heck is this? But what's even worse is when it's the middle of the night and you hear the Bob the Builder theme song again. Lost remote. You're up to suffer 3 hours.
Honestly, this seems like the inside of his head.
Whatever else it is that Bob the Builder does. Well, I've plenty of time to find out. Tell me about that guy.
I don't know, he's doing work?
Listen, you don't understand. I think he wants to sue me. Like one night, I could have sworn I saw him talking angrily with his lawyer with that frowny face he makes. Then he saw me and went right back to normal. That little twerp only wants one thing, and it's my money. One time, I woke up with a wrench next to my head. I think he wants to flush me down the toilet he just built. This is why I took the time to sell anti-Bob the Builder equipment. The man doesn't stand a chance against my medieval trebuchet. I'd like to see him flush that down the toilet. And if he survives, I'm sure the landmines will get him. I know that sounds a little extreme, but listen. I don't know about you, but I don't want my gravestone to say Josh was slain by Bob the Builder. By being flushed. Anyway, moral of the story, don't fall asleep with YouTube autoplay on. You'll end up buying a shredder's deck. Actually, maybe that's a good thing. It's worth it to have my sleep interrupted by a rap battle between Ben Franklin and a chihuahua.
It's A-Shirts now.
But not a speller! I'm sick of that dude! His yellowness! He's too sticky yellow! Like the animator's gotta chill out with the yellow! My goodness! Anyway, yeah! Turn off autoplay! Unless you want to see an intense debate over the size of SpongeBob's feet at 2 a.m. in the morning. It happened! Both sides adamantly made a lot of good points, but I don't care. Because, newsflash, his feet are the same size! End of story! When it comes to SpongeBob's feet, these people need to chill out, go home, and never show up on my YouTube feed again. For the rest of the century at least. Funny things are usually done. So, what exactly does that imply about me? I'm standing here only because somebody thought I was funny. So that probably means somebody thought I was dumb. Somebody saw me and immediately thought, that guy looks like he's some stupid guy. Let's make him prove it.
That's just
Also, I've got an idea. If you guys are bored, bring a cheeseburger into a public restroom and see what happens. This is a horrible piece of advice. Someone apparently followed last night in a Waffle House. I didn't see it, but I walked in, and there it was. A cheeseburger on the ground. Like, what did society come to? There wasn't even a single bite out. Just marveled. What was that guy thinking? Like, oh, I'm four cheese. I'll leave a four cheeseburger here for the next guy. And Waffle House doesn't even serve cheeseburgers. So he must have purchased that cheeseburgers elsewhere. Then he came in, made his way to the throne room to gently place it there, then leave. Startled by a cheeseburger!
Hey, yo!
I go to that moment. Except this guy apparently. It keeps me on. Someone made that cheeseburger expecting it to be eaten. But no. This guy had something better in mind,
you're
apparently.
listening in for it, you know?
Now whenever I see a cheeseburger in public, I'll be like, oh. And that's I've been to a lot of bathrooms and a lot of Waffle Houses.
Hear that laugh? I know.
There was that time I threw a Waffle
I sound like an evil.
How do you do that?
Also, I don't know
How do you
why.
physically make that sound?
That's crazy. Yeah, John.